Penshurst by Ben Jonson. Thou art not, Penshurst, built to envious show of touch or marble, nor canst boast a row of polished pillars or a roof of gold. Thou hast no lantern whereof tales are told, or stair, or courts, but stands an ancient pile, and these grudged at art reverenced the while. Thou joy'st in better marks of soil of air, of wood of water, therein thou art fair. Thou hast thy walks for health as well as sport, thy mount to which the Dryads do resort, where Pan and Bacchus their high feasts have made, beneath the broad beech and chestnut shade. The taller tree, which of a nut was set at his great birth, where all the muses met. There in the withered bark are cut the names of many a sylvan, taken with his flames, and hence the ruddy satyrs oft provoke the lighter fawns to reach thy lady's oak. Thy copse strewn, named of gamage, thou hast there, never fails to serve thee season dare.
For the Recitation Project, I chose Ben Jonson's To Penshurst. I chose this poem because it reminded me of my own parents' house, and the description that it wasn't really classically beautiful, but had a lot of value otherwise. To take a closer look at it, in the very beginning, the mentions of polished pillars or roofs of gold, those kind of point out that this house is not one of gaudy ornamentation, but of substantial worth. Also, they mention courts, which are kind of a throwback to palaces, and it's reiterating that though this house is important, it's not necessarily palatial in nature. Also in the segment that I read, there are mentions of Pan and Bacchus, and that's kind of a reference back to Greek mythology, as well as dryads and satyrs. That sort of harkens back to a more natural feeling. In this poem, the house is described as both a utopia and a locus amoenus, which is like a natural utopia. So the descriptions of the woods and the fact that dryads and satyrs would live there means it's perfect and in natural order. Later in the poem, multiple fruit trees are described as overflowing with fruit always, so that kind of goes back to the idea that the house in itself and the land is a utopia that provides everything the inhabitants need. Their neighbors are also referenced as being adoring, almost like followers or peasants to them as a royalty, so they bring fruit as well, and it kind of paints a almost royal feeling, but without excess. It's sort of all natural and balanced.